everyone, welcome to the session. Good to see everyone join in. Finally, the wait is over and let's get started on our 200 plus para based questions. Yes, in this particular series, I'm going to take you through 200 important para based questions. Okay, so that is we're going to discuss para jumbles, odd one out, para summary and para completion. It's very important, guys. This series is really crucial because right before the examination we have to step our game when it comes to reading comprehension and when it comes to para based questions. So reading comprehension जो है वो मैं आपको स्पेशल क्लासेस में करा रही हूँ, आपको प्लस क्लासेस में एक्सटेंसिवली करा रही हूँ. पैरा बेस्ड क्वेश्चंस के लिए आई थॉट आई एम गोइंग टू स्टार्ट दिस वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट सीरीज सो दैट अगर आपके जो भी डाउट्स है कि ओपनर कैसे सिलेक्ट करे, सबसेट्स कैसे बिल्ड करे, ऑड वन आउट कैसे सिलेक्ट करे, all of them we're going to get it sorted. Okay, so 200 important para based questions. Good evening, welcome to the session. Chalo guys, let's get started. Let's not wait any further. Let me remind all of you कि बहुत important time है guys ये कि आप subscription लो, classes attend करो, especially the ongoing plus batches. And guys, on plus I'm going to start off with a test series. Okay, so I'm going to give you 5 tests this month. Okay, I'm going to give you 5 test papers. Okay, 5 sectional tests design karungi main and I'm going to do the analysis of it. So this is really great, and apart from me there are all the educators who come up with their test series and Unacademy ke practice questions and almost 10,000 plus if RC questions ही है. तो extensive question banks है, full length mock tests है जैसे catalyst है. So please make sure that you take the subscription using the code Ritu MBA and jaldi se enroll karo. And guys, you're in luck because only for 2 more days. Okay, this is a limited time offer. Only for 2 more days you get 20% off on your CAT plus and iconic subscriptions. Okay, so this offer started on October 11th. If you haven't availed it yet, you have until 14th to avail this offer, and do not forget to apply the code Ritu MBA. Okay, done guys. Chalo, let's start with the question. The first question is on your screen. Go ahead, try your hands at it. Para jumble, and we're going to discuss it extensively. Arey, thank you, Mahi. Okay, come on, guys, let's get started. First question on your screens. Come on. Come on, everyone. Okay, come on, everyone. First question on your screens. What is the right order? 4-sentence para jumbles, guys, very important. Focus on 2 things that we have discussed, that is language and logic. Language clues and logical clues. Hi Darpan, welcome to the session. Come on. Darpan, Mahi, Vani, Kshitij, Jitin, Jishnu, Rajneesh, Pallavi, Siddharth, Naman, Nikhil, Rainbow Box, Surajit, Meenakshi, everyone. Naman, come on guys. Thank you so much, Vani. I'm glad to have you online, and I'm really glad that my classes have helped you. Hi Nitul. Who is for your inner self today? Hello. Hi Nimita. Come on guys, jaldi se orders batao. Hello Tanya. Hi Ratnesh. I'm just going to put down all your orders here on the screen. Okay, as in when you give them. Hello Nitul. Come on everyone, try this out. Come on guys. Come on, come on, come on. Don't worry Vivek, this 200 plus question series is going to set all of that right. You just have to attend this series. And hopefully at the end of this, things will look up. Come on guys, I know it's hard, but with a little bit of practice, it can all get good. Don't worry. Good. Five orders आ चुके guys. Missing the Unacademy app वाला poll now. Okay guys, sadly I don't see a right answer yet. I do not see a right answer yet. Come on. Just got it, Jishnu. Hi. Where is Rahul, Shubham, Rinal, Nupur, Sumita, Pooja? नहीं guys, अभी तक right answer नहीं दिख रहा है. Okay, give up. Shall I discuss this? No. Shall I discuss this? Don't worry. Some of you have come close, but not, you've not got the right answer. Okay, I'll help you arrive at the right answer. Okay, listen to this. Okay, नमन बहुत questions करें. अच्छा, wait, ठीक है, एक और minute लो, चलो. It is difficult. The reason why it's difficult is because it's purely logical. You will agree with this, right? There are no language clues. There are no direct language clues. It's purely logical. Okay, I see one right answer. Okay, guys, let me help you arrive at this. Now, please listen to this. Okay, I will not reveal the answer yet. I'll help you arrive at it. Faced with atrocities and injustices around the world, some of the most prominent and powerful institutions and individuals in the West responded by invoking the human rights of the asylees, the migrants, or persecuted. For more than a generation, the idea of human rights has served as a guiding star of the liberal West. In this ideal of an age, humanity is more than an appeal for empathy and kindness. It is a philosophical bedrock obligating protections for the vulnerable and persecuted. The force of the underlying idea is one of commonality, that all of us are equal and their rights must be protected. Okay, now guys, whenever you're faced with a logical PJ, wherein there are no direct like but, yet, however, say direct links nahi hai, and you have to link similar ideas together, make sure that you arrange it on the basis of similar ideas. Okay, keep asking the question, okay, what next? Why? Then what? Which? Okay, like keep, you link similar ideas together, because there has to be a pattern of thought, right? Now look at this. See here, opener भी डायरेक्टली नहीं मिलेगा आपको, क्योंकि 2 भी ओपनर हो सकता है. आप देख रहे हो यहाँ पे 3 भी ओपनर हो सकता है. So don't select an opener for now. Build links, build subsets. That's very important. Now the idea of human rights has served as a guiding star of the liberal West. Human rights, liberal West. Which other statement talks about human rights and the West? Which statement? Which other statement? I'm not just going by the keywords. If you say it served as a guiding star of the liberal West, how? Why? Example, elaboration. Can I say 2 के बाद 1 आएगा? One says कि because of these, they've in the West, the powerful institutions and individuals in the West have always invoked the human rights of the asylees, migrants, or the persecuted. Okay, and the underlying idea. Which underlying idea? Can I say this? The human rights of the asylees, migrants, and persecuted. Invoking the human rights. Can I say this is the underlying idea? Why do they always invoke the human rights? Because the underlying idea or their underlying belief is that everybody is one, everybody is common, everybody is equal. Can I say this will be the link? 1 and 4 ka link hoga guys, invoking the human rights. That's the underlying idea. Why do they invoke the human rights? The underlying idea is everybody is common. And if you're being unjust, or if you're, किसी के against up atrocities, if you're levying atrocities, they invoke the human rights because the underlying idea or their belief or their assumption is that everybody is one. Okay, got it till here? Till here, guys, everybody understood this? And it is not just an appeal for empathy and kindness. Now, the problem was with the placement of 3. It is a philosophical bedrock obligating protections. Obligating means it is compulsory. It's not just an appeal. It's not just it is something that, look at 4. 4 and 3 में common क्या है? It is something that we must recognize. Must. It's an obligation. So do you understand the link between 4 and 3? You have to link similar ideas together. Hi Samikshas. It's something that we must recognize and protect because it's an obligation. Clear? So 2 and 1 are connected because of human rights in the West. The underlying idea is this, the invocation. Why do they invoke the human rights? The invocation of the human rights is the underlying idea behind what? This invoking the human rights. Got it, Surajit? Two and one are closer because of the West and the human rights analogy, and 4 and 3 are closer because of the must and the obligation. So why can't it be 2 and 4? The reason it can't be 2 and 4, see, 4 is also closer to 3. 4 is closer to 3 and 2 is closer to 1. That's why, see, I'm not saying, see, I'll tell you what, they are linked together because all the statements talk about the same topic, so they are linked together. But Surajit, what logic you used was that, okay, if I mention an idea, I'm supposed to explain it. Okay, you're supposed to explain it, but does not necessarily mean that the explanation should be the next statement. Explanation should follow. It can be the third statement. It can be the fourth statement as well. So more than that logic, because that logic is subjective. Every writer could have a different interpretation of when he needs to explain things or when he needs to elaborate things. So that logic will become subjective. But what you cannot ignore is keywords and similar thoughts or similar ideas. That's a stronger force in order to put the para jumble together. Got it? Did you understand my point? A question should be followed by an answer. We all know that. But a question can be followed by a question and then there could be a cumulative answer as well. You get my point? So there could be a practice and then the underlying reason behind that practice. So maybe, so 2 and 1 is a subset. They have to come together and 4 is the explanation of that. 4 and 3, yeah, 4 and 3 are closer. Exactly, that's why 4 and 3 are closer because of the obligation. Yes, Darpan, sure. Please listen to this. See, Darpan, this talks about the idea of human rights and how it played an important role in the liberal West. One elaborates on that the West has always invoked the human rights. Why have they invoked? Okay, so 2 and 1 ka link hai. Similarly, 4 says must recognize, it's an obligation. So 4 and 3 ka link hai. And 1 and 4 are also connected because what was the reason behind invoking the human rights is given in 4. Got it? Did you understand this? Okay, everyone clear with this? Good. Let's go to the next question. Come on, guys. Next one. Come on, everyone. It's a nice one. It's related to mythology. Come on, everyone. Come on, everyone. I'll help you in this question, Anaman. Good evening. Okay, some of you have come close. Guys, the answer to this question, shall I reveal? The answer to this question is 3241. Chalo, when Pandora's box was opened, it unleashed swarms of diseases and disasters upon humankind. Just as in the myth, which myth? Technology, first fire and stone tools, and later farming, the steam engine, industry, fossil fuels, chemicals, nuclear power has allowed us to alter and control the natural world. At the beginning of time, so goes the myth. This is the myth. Humans suffered, shivering in the cold and dark, until the Titan, Prometheus, stole fire from the gods. The myth also reminds us that these advances have come at a price. Guys, there are clear-cut language clues here. Correct? There are clear-cut language clues here. Hi Anuj. What are the clear-cut language clues? These advances. Can I say the advances are mentioned in 2? So 2 and 4 ka clear link hoga. This is the myth, just as in the myth. 3 and 2 are linked because of the parallel, right? Because of the analogy. The gods created Pandora and they gave her a box. And hence comes the story about the Pandora's box. So 3, 2, 4, 1. 4 and 1 talk about Pandora's box. 2 and 4 talks about the advances. 3 mentions the myth and 2 talks about the connection with the myth. So the statements are interlinked. Okay. Got it? Nice. Good, Surajit. Okay, come on guys. Let's go to the next one. Come on. Next question on your screen. Come on. Guys, this is a 200 plus para-based question series. I want you to make sure that you attend every single class of this particular series. Okay, we're going to complete 200 questions of jumbles, odd one out and para summary. You know, final push before the examination. Okay, so Manan, right now, like after every day, I keep making additions to it. Okay, so today's class, my goal is 15 questions. So so I will share the slides for today's 15 questions on the group, and then the next 15 questions for tomorrow. So 30. वैसे करके we'll complete 200. Our goal is at least 15 to 20 questions every day. So it'll take us about 2 weeks, and we're done with 200 questions. I'm good. How are you? Come on, everyone. Third question. अभी तक I see 1, 2, 3, 5 people have got it right. Out of 60 of you, only 5 have got it right yet. Some of you have come close, but not bang on. Shall I reveal? Okay, 6 it is with Pranjal. Guys, 4231. The answer to this question is 4231. But opener 1 मिला है किसी को 3 मिला है. Guys, आप लोग opener technique सही नहीं जा रहे हो. एक बार सुनो. Bringing our emotional lives into harmony with our rationally chosen goals and projects is a vital part of the healing and integration of the human soul. This can be my opener, language wise. But we are not abstract intellects detached from the physical world, contemplating it and manipulating it from a distance. To realize what makes us fully human, we need to pay attention to the richness and depths of the emotional responses that connect us to the world. Can be your opener. Entering this world requires distinctively human qualities of thought and rationality. This also can be your opener. है ना, ये भी ओपनर हो सकता है. ठीक है, पर तो लैंग्वेज वाइज तो हम कंफ्यूज्ड है, बट गाइस इसमें थोड़ा सा लॉजिकली आपको ओपनर मिल जाना चाहिए था. Which statement gives us the topic? Which statement is broad? Entering this world. Human qualities, thought and rationality, and the rest of the sentences go and talk about it. Hi Anna, the rest of the sentences go and talk about it. This world, Anshul, this world, our world. It's understood now. उससे पहले आपको कुछ और mention करने की जरूरत थोड़ी है. For example, I can start a PJ by saying this year. If the year is not mentioned, it's understood this year means the current year. entering this world, there's no need for a connection there, right? Because you know this is the world that you're talking about. कौन से sentence ठीक है, अगर आपको लगता है ये ओपनर नहीं हो सकता है भूषण, ठीक है, this world, बताओ कौन से स्टेटमेंट में वर्ल्ड दिया है जिससे हम this world को कनेक्ट कर सकते हैं? Exactly ना Surajit. So which statement over here gives us Disney World, or which statement gives us, let's say, some other world? और किसी स्टेटमेंट में है वर्ल्ड? नहीं. अगर इस प्रोनाउन का आपको नाउन नहीं दिखता है तो आप इसे शुरू कर सकते हो ना. I got your sarcasm. अच्छा, द फिजिकल वर्ल्ड, ठीक है, एक सेकेंड, ठीक है, फिर ओपनर छोड़ो, आपको उससे कंफ्यूजन, एक बार सुनो, ठीक है, एक बार जस्ट लिसन टू माय थॉट ओवर हियर. Okay, now did you all get the link between 2 and 3? There's a clear link between 2 and 3. I don't know how many of you realized this, that when you were reading 2, you felt that it was incomplete. You know, in the sense, logically incomplete. Remember, whenever I tell you, this is, suppose a sentence says, this is not the way it should be done. I always ask you, okay, then which statement tells us the way in which it should be done? So if it says we are not abstract entities, we are not detached, that means we are connected, isn't it? So we are not abstract entities. We are not detached from it. We are not manipulating it from a distance. That means what? We should pay attention to the richness and the depth of the emotional responses that connect us to the world. So 2 and 3 are connected. We are not detached. We are connected. So 2 and 3 come together. This talks about emotional responses. Which other sentence continues the idea of emotional responses? 1. Which other statement continues the emotional responses? 1. This mentions the qualities and the rest of the statements explain or elaborate on it. Entering this world requires distinctively human qualities of thought and rationality. Now, if you understand the logic and meaning also, listen. हमको लगता है कि we need mind, we need thought and rationality. But the author says सिर्फ उतना जरूरी नहीं है. Thought and rationality alone is not enough because we are not detached. What else is needed? Emotional angle is also needed. And that's what 1 continues with and says कि yes, it's very important to harmonize our emotional lives with rationality. सिर्फ कीवर्ड से नहीं होता निरंजन. मैं ये नहीं बोल रही हूँ कि इसमें रैशनैलिटी है तो इसमें रैशनैलिटी है तो इसको साथ में लगाओ, वैसे नहीं. आई एम लिंकिंग सिमिलर आइडियाज टुगेदर. नाउ अंडरस्टैंड द पीजे. इट सेज कि हम इस दुनिया में आते हैं, हमको लगता है कि इसमें 2 चीजें चाहिए. बुद्धि, you know, we need the mind, we need thought and we need rationality. But the author says but we are not just abstract intellects. सिर्फ intellect, thought and rationality से काम नहीं चलेगा. Even 4 and 2 can be linked because rationality and thought are also related to intellect, right? But we are not just intellects. What else is required? We need to pay attention to the emotional responses. And 1 is the perfect conclusion. Ye talks about rationality. This is not just rationality but emotions as well, and we need to bring the 2 into sync. So 4 2 3 1. Got it now? Did all of you understand this? Did you understand the idea? हमको लगता है कि हमको सिर्फ बुद्धि, इमोशन, थॉट और रैशनैलिटी चाहिए. But we are not just intellectual. We need what else? We need to connect the emotional responses as well. And so it says we need to integrate emotional lives with rationally chosen goals. तो यहाँ पे rational वाला point आ गया, यहाँ पे emotional वाला point आ गया और ये perfect conclusion हो गया. Clear? Okay. Come on, let's go to the next one. Come on everyone. 4th question on your screen. Come on, guys. Come on, everyone. Come on, come on, come on, everyone. Let everyone answer. Total combination of 15 questions. Okay. Right, guys, let's discuss this. I think most of you have got the right answer. The answer is 2143. Okay, let's discuss this. Computers increasingly become principal actors in leveraging data to formulate questions which requires radically new ways of reasoning. Recent advances in computational methods and data science push us into rethinking science and engineering. These three pillars. Okay, therefore, new discipline blending computer science, programming, statistics, machine learning should be added to the traditional math. So, mathematics, physics, computer science. These three pillars. So, 4 and 3 का clear link है. Okay, and can I say 2 and 1 का link है? The recent advances in computational methods push us into rethinking science and engineering. The recent advances, radically new ways, rethinking. 2 and 1 का clear link है. And 1 and 4, because we have to rethink and because it helps us in doing all of those new things. That's why a new discipline called computer science. But you have to number them, right, Saurabh? Which are the three pillars in 1? Computer is 1. Which are the other 2? But mathematics, physics and computer science, these are the three pillars. I need to count or number them, right, to make sure that they are 3 in number. So that's why the answer option is 2143. Okay, come on, let's go to the next one. But before I go to the next one, guys, let me remind you of the Unacademy CAT Mega Bootcamp. It is on 14th and 15th, 12-hour live marathon series by top educators, toppers and guest speakers, followed by mini bootcamp test and followed by the AIMT on October 16th. Okay, the AIMT is on October 16th, guys. To know more about this, just look into this slide. You'll have 66 questions, 120 minutes, 12 PM को start होगा, 2 PM को end होगा, 50,000 plus test takers होंगे जिनमें आपको अपना live ranking पता चलेगा. It's been curated by experts and you have prizes up for grabs. So click on this scan. No, Saurabh, they are not pillars. New ways of reasoning, new question can't be a pillar. So scan the QR code, guys, and enroll. Okay, let's go to the next one. Odd one out. Come on, read it and tell me which statement is not a part of the paragraph. Guys, I want all of you present here to join me every day live at 5 p.m. for this 200 plus para-based question series. Okay, we're going to complete 200 important questions on PJ, odd one out and para summary every day live at 5 p.m. on YouTube. And do not forget to take the subscription, guys. Launching a test series as well. Do not forget to apply the code Ritu MBA. No, there's no requirement of new ways, Ishika. There are new ways which have been introduced, and 2 gives us the topic. It tells the new advances in computer science rethinking. That's the topic, and that's why 2 and 2 first and then 1 is more of an elaboration. Yes, AIMT is free. शुभम कहाँ से आ रहे हो आप आज इतना लेट? उनके एप्लीकेशन डेट्स देखो शुभम, और लेट मत करो, जितना जल्दी हो सके अप्लाई करो. Today is part 1, correct Nandlal? Okay, I'll just come to Ishika's question. Ishika, look at this. Recent advances, there's no requirement. These are already happened. Recent advances in computational methods push us into rethinking science and engineering, and that's the topic. And this formulate questions, new ways of reasoning, these are the advances in the computational methods. Okay, come on guys, everyone. 5th question on your screens. Go ahead. Odd one out. Remember the 8 bases for odd one out that we have discussed? Come on everyone. Okay, no guys, think a little. Come on, come on, come on. Okay, guys, the right answer to this particular question is 2. Let's have a look at it. The most afflicted were the porcelain sick royals and aristocrats who coated their palace walls, floors and ceilings in white gold. The most afflicted by what? As George Welsh, okay, the curators of the porcelain at the Fondazione Prada in Milan put it, Chinese export porcelain brought about the birth of globalization as we know it today. At the time, the craze for Chinese export porcelain had reached epidemic proportions. मतलब बहुत craze बढ़ गया था. A contagion. It was almost like, you know, contagious disease spread हुआ है. Over 70 million pieces entered Europe in the 17th and 18th centuries, and customers from London to Lisbon were desperate for more. I'm not yet so infected with the contagion of China fancy, wrote Samuel Johnson in a letter in September 1777, as to like anything at that rate which can be so easily broken. Okay, now guys, अगर आप इसका order देखने की कोशिश करो, so this introduces, okay, the China fancy wala point. There at the time, which time? 1777. Can I say 5 and 3 का link है? There was a craze. 70 million pieces entered. They were desperate. And who was the most desperate? The most desperate were the royals and the aristocrats. But this talks about the birth of globalization. See, it can definitely be a part of the same article, but it's not a part of the same para because it's not a part of any mandatory pair. 5 and 3 have to be connected because of the time. 4 and 1 have to be connected. 3 and 4 have to be connected by the craze. 3, 4, 1 describe the craze. 2, which talks about the birth of globalization, that's uh, slightly, it's connected to the topic, but doesn't really fit in here. It's not a part of any mandatory pair. It's the least consequential statement. Come on, next one. Sixth question on your screen. Sarcasm. Again. Come on, everyone. Because of this time. Come on, guys. Sixth question. Okay. Nay, guys. Can I reveal? Okay, the right answer to this particular question is 5. Melancholy's dark appeal has long captured the imagination. For the Elizabethan gentleman of leisure to be painted in the pose of the melancholy man, black clothing, distracted gaze, perhaps reclining alone by a brook or leaning against a tree, was the height of fashion. So एक dark appeal था, height of fashion, like being this brooding melancholy, having this sort of look. Among writings once attributed to Aristotle, the question was first posed. Why is it that all the men who have become outstanding in philosophy, sportsmanship, poetry, or the arts are melancholic? It was also a state he could afford to indulge, since melancholy was brought on by idleness and solitude. Guys, do you understand the link between 2 and 4? The Elizabethan gentleman of leisure. The Elizabethan gentleman of leisure. Okay, the Elizabeth gentleman of leisure, because he didn't have anything to do, he was rich. That idleness was there. He was not really doing anything. Okay, this he refers to the Elizabethan gentleman of leisure. So he had the luxury to be, melancholic, and he had the luxury because he was idle. Melancholy matlab like dukhi. Okay, so guys, 2 and 4 का clear connection है. Got it? Did all of you understand this? Then, if you look at it, 1 and 3 are also connected. That it was, always captured the imagination, and he also asked the question that why are people always melancholic? There was a dark appeal associated with it. But if you look at this, During the 16th and the 17th century, melancholy came to be seen as a European epidemic or a disease. Like everybody was, this is, no, the passage is more about why was it so appealing? What was that इतना mysterious enigma या appeal क्या था उसका? यूरोपियन एपिडेमिक, ओके, विच अदर स्टेटमेंट्स है सब लोग वैसे ही थे एंड सब ऐसे ही दिखते थे एंड यू नो नो टाइम फ्रेम से एसोसिएटेड, नो अदर स्टेटमेंट. But Aristotle is not indulging in melancholy, na, Vinita. In the third line also, in fact, Aristotle is asking that why is everyone melancholic? He is not indulging in melancholic. He is not indulging in melancholy. Got it? Did you understand this? See, guys. Okay, do you understand? Okay, listen. Okay, this Elizabethan gentleman is the he, right? So 2 and 4, because he's man of leisure, guys, leisure, idleness, 2 and 4 are connected. Dark appeal always caught the imagination. Everybody wondered why everyone is so melancholic. 1 and 3 का link है. Got it, guys? Did all of you understand it till here? Chalo, let's go to the next one. It just doesn't fit in, that's why. Okay, come on everyone. Yeah, we moved on. Come on. Next question. No, Jishnu. वो 6 वाली बैच इज मंडे वेडनेसडे ना. Come on everyone. Take your time, guys. You seem to be going wrong. You're not arranging it in the right order. You're not forming subsets. Okay, guys, the right answer to this question is 1. Okay, let's listen to this. At the end of the 19th century, 1 in 7 people around the world had died of tuberculosis, and the disease ranked as the third leading cause of death in the United States. We are seeing, as we're seeing with the coronavirus today, disease can profoundly impact a community, upending routines and rattling nerves as it spreads from person to person. Disease can permanently alter society, and often for the best, by creating better practices and habits. But the effects of epidemics extend beyond the moments in which they occur. Many infrastructure improvements and healthy behaviors we consider normal today are the result of past health campaigns. See, better practices and habits, say 3 and 5 related here, they are positive. Similarly, 2 and 4 are connected. Diseases होते हैं पर उसके effects long lasting होते हैं, and 3 and 5 talk about the longer lasting effects. One which talks about tuberculosis in the 19th century and the leading cause of death, that's not the key idea. The theme of the passage is to show how diseases can bring about a change in society. How it can bring about a change in society. Got it? Did you understand this? Okay, yes. Why not 4 and 2? Because this talks about the immediate impact of the disease. Nikhil. This is talking about when they occur, kya hota hai? Nerves, we become tensed and nervous and all of that. 3 and 5 talk about the beyond wala impact. Okay, next one. Essence of the text, guys, come on. Come on, everyone. Which option gives us the essence of the text? Come on, everyone. Practice, Jyoti, and go through the basics. Refer to the basics class that I've taken. Yes, Joydeep, this is a very important question type. You get 2 to 3 questions from this. And the older pattern में तो 4 questions तक आते थे इससे. What is the point of gaining the whole world if you lose your soul? Today, far fewer people are likely to catch the scriptural echoes of this question than would have been the case 50 years ago. But the question retains its urgency. We might not quite know what we mean by the soul anymore, but intuitively we grasp what is meant by the loss in question, the kind of moral disorientation and collapse where what is true and good slips from sight, and what we find we've wasted our lives on some fake materialistic gain that is ultimately worthless. तो आप पूरा सब कुछ गेन करके भी अगर अपना सोल छोड़ देते हो या खो देते हो तो it is ultimately worthless. Today not many of us might know what this question or know what soul really means, but intuitively we know कि जब loss होता है soul का तो कैसे लगता है. Though we may not know what the soul really means, we perceive that loss of soul is the moral disorientation where what is worthy fades away and we are left with the realization that we hankered after something that is of little value. Though few realize the spiritual significance of the soul, many understand, how do we know this? Many understand that the loss of soul is a moral disorientation which causes a person to pursue things. Moral disorientation does not cause a person to pursue things. When you pursue things which have little value, that leads to the loss of soul and moral disorientation. So 2 is a distortion and therefore it's out. Moral disorientation does not cause a person to pursue things which are of little worth. Loss of soul is the realization that you have allowed the good to slip from sight and wasted your life in the pursuit of something that is no real value. This is relevant, but this is incomplete. Okay, compared to the other options, it's incomplete. Seeking an answer to the question, what is the point of gaining the whole world if you lose your soul, is not as significant as understanding what leads to the loss of soul. Okay, guys, what is the answer? Everyone. Okay, why 1, why 4? Debate and tell me. Because some of you are saying 4, some of you are saying 1. Attitude Prince, every day at 5 p.m. Okay, so guys, this is the cliffhanger with which I'll leave you so that all of you come back to the session tomorrow at 5 p.m. and I'll reveal the answer to this question. Okay, done guys. I'll quickly scroll through so that you don't see the answer key. Okay, but I want all of you to be present tomorrow at 5 p.m. without fail. And if you've seen the answer key, also fine. I'll explain it in tomorrow's session. Let's see, Surajit. Okay, I'll meet you tomorrow at 5 p.m. Okay, so guys, please make sure that all of you prepare for the PYQs. PYQ test though guys, the link is in the description below. 600 plus PYQs. Special focus over the questions in the last 5 years. Reveal tomorrow guys, 5 p.m. Pakka. The final lab for CAT 2022 is here, October 13. Guys, do not forget to attend the special class tomorrow. Special class tomorrow at 11 a.m. Okay, sample notes for CAT. Enter your name, number and email ID and download it. I want to see your faces on this wall. And guys, tomorrow's special class, okay, is going to be at 11 a.m. We're going to solve reading comprehension questions. Please make sure that all of you are present. Okay, take care everyone. That's sarcasm to its at its height, Surajit. हम आपको आपका जवाब मिलेगा शुभम कल की क्लास में. चलो guys, everyone like, share and subscribe. See you tomorrow first thing at 5 p.m. Okay, bye bye guys. YouTube नहीं स्पेशल क्लास होगा ऐप पे 11 am को, वो भी फ्री क्लास है, एंड YouTube क्लास होगा 5 p.m. सोचो राहुल, ठीक है. बाय बाय गाइस.